Hi friends, it's been a while. Actually, like 6 months since I posted our first video. Sorry about that, life just got, well, hectic and crazy. If you're new here, I'm Holly. My husband is Matt, and we are American expats who live in Scotland with our 4 children. And we try to share a little bit about our life here in Scotland. Although, we've done a really poor job. Sorry. But I want to share something with you that I'm doing, something that means a lot to me this year that I'm really hoping to document. And I can't promise you I'll follow through. I'm really bad about starting things and not finishing them. So maybe this is 2 projects. 1, to do all the things I'm going to tell you about, and 2, to finish it, to actually finish it. You see, this month I turned 39. And I was thinking about where I want to be when I was 40, when I turn 40 a year from now. What do I want my life to look like? Well, I want to look similar than it does now, but maybe I want to improve some things. Maybe I want to do things a bit differently. I was thinking of all the things I'd really like to do or accomplish before I turn 40. So I made a list, a 40 before 40 list. Now, these aren't uncommon, right? I've heard of hundreds of people making 30 before 30 list, or 40 before 40, 50 before 50, but they usually start a decade or so out. I only have a little less than a year. But I think I've made a list of things I can accomplish, or at least I'm going to really try to accomplish them. So I thought I would share with you that list and maybe document my journey with you. The first thing that I want to do is lose 40 pounds before I turn 40. 40 pounds seems like a lot of weight. In fact, it's how much I need to lose in order to be what I weighed when I got married 17 years ago. Now, granted, at 21, that was a long time ago, but it is doable and it's in the median of my BMI, so I weigh 169 pounds today, which is a lot, and I don't really want to put that on camera, but I am. I mean, that's a lot for me, and I realize for some people that's not a lot, but for my frame and my body, that's a ton. And the most I have ever weighed, but not pregnant. In fact, it might be as much as I weighed the day I gave birth to my daughter, who's 15 now. And I would love to blame all the weight gain on my children, but to be honest with you, I lost a lot of weight after I had my son, who's 8. And it's just stress weight, and depression weight, and COVID weight, and eating too many cookies weight. And you don't need the whole bag of chips, Holly, you just need 2 or 3 chips. I have a bit of a binging problem when I get started eating something that I like, that's sweet, that's not portion controlled, and I need to get a handle on it for a lot of reasons, but mostly because I need to be healthier. So 40 pounds in 40 pounds before 40. I hope I can do it. I want to climb a Scottish mountain. They're actually called Munros here, and I'm really out of shape. And I couldn't do it tomorrow, or even next week doesn't look better. Actually, I'm kind of a fair weather hiker. Or never mind, I don't hike. I'm gonna try though. I really want to hike a mountain in Scotland, so one of my goals this year is to hike one of the Scottish mountains. I want to make a dress, sew a dress, cut the dress out, make a dress that not only is simple, but has sleeves and pockets, because I've always wanted to make my own dresses. And I made my prom dress, but it didn't have any sleeves. Sleeves are kind of scary, but I think I can do it. I'm gonna make a dress that fits, because I have made some dresses that don't. Make a dress that fits with sleeves and pockets. I want to visit Italy. And I want to learn some more Italian. Those are 2 different ones. I've actually booked for the 3rd time a trip to Italy this year. I've never been to Italy, but they keep getting canceled because of COVID. So I'm really hopeful that when our flights come around in April, we'll actually get to get on a plane and go to Italy and see it for the first time. And then, of course, I want to learn more Italian. That's one of the things on my list. I'm just going to use Duolingo to do that. I want to finish my lockdown Afghan. I was knitting an Afghan when COVID hit, and I really thought, oh, I have all this much time now. I'm not actually traveling to work. All these things, I'll be able to get things done easy. No. 4 kids at home, full-time job, all at the same time meant that I didn't get very much of that Afghan knit at all. So I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to do it. I'm going to bring it along to a knitting group at my church, and I'm hoping that the ladies there can help me get faster, maybe work out some ideas about how to make it even better. I want to read 10 classic books. I love to read, but I read a lot of nonfiction. I also kind of like romance novels. Yeah, I like romance novels. And so I want to read the classics though. I have picked up the collection of all of Jane Austen's books. I've seen all the movies, but I haven't ever read them. So I'm going to work through that big book this year and read as many of her books as I can, plus 5 or 6 others. I want to eat 40 new foods from other countries, fruits and vegetables from other places, things that I have never tried, but I'm going to pick up off the shelf in the grocery store and give a try. Also, there's this really lovely Indian market in Aberdeen that I love going to, and I'm sure they have some foods there I can try. I want to go camping. This sounds a little bit silly. People go camping all the time. Why is this on my 40 before 40 list? Well, I do not like camping, I think. You see, I've only been a couple times in my life. I'm not a big fan of bugs or dirt, sleeping on the ground. I'm not a big fan of a lack of creature comforts that I'm used to. And my mom's idea of camping is really like taking us to Motel 6 when I was little. I'm not even kidding. I have very little experience with it. I'm not loving it. It's just a little too much for me, but I'm gonna give it a try one more time just to convince myself that I can enjoy camping. I wanna hold a snake without freaking out. I am scared to death of snakes, but I've gotten a little bit better with spiders this year, and so I'm convinced that I can hold a snake. I've been watching all of these videos on YouTube, and I think I can do it without panicking. So that's on my bucket list this year. I want to attend a yoga class. I used to love going to yoga when I was in university, and I'd love to do that again. So yoga class is definitely on my list. I want to spend 40 days this year completely unplugged from social media. No phone, no email, no access to the greater world. Maybe a camera so I can document the time. But I want to spend 40 days with my children and my husband, out and about. 40 days that don't include social media. I want to attend a stained glass class. I love stained glass. I always have. Sorry about that. I want to attend a stained glass class. I always have wanted to do that. And I found one that's not too far from my house, and I'm really excited about joining it. I hope I make something really cool I can use in my house. Maybe even just an ornament for next year's Christmas tree. Oh, this is a big one. I want to pay off all of our high-interest student loan debt, which at the moment equals about $8,000. You see, Matt and I each have a master's degree. Actually, I have 2, and our student loan debt, our high-interest student loan debt, is from that. I have some low-interest student loan debt from undergrad, but I'm not worried about it. We really need to get rid of these 6% interest rate loans before our daughter, who is 15, starts university in 3 years. So it's going to be a low spend year, a frugal year, because we really have to do it. And remember, I want to visit Italy. I want to go to an afternoon tea, and I'm going with my friend soon to one. I'm really excited about it. I've never done that here in the 3 years I've lived here, so I'm excited. I want to take a ferry ride to Orkney. Orkney is off the coast of Scotland, just north. Well, actually pretty far north, about a 12-hour ferry ride north from Aberdeen, but I would really like to go. I want to make chickpea tofu. I'm a vegetarian who doesn't really like tofu, and I'm convinced that maybe I would like chickpea tofu because I really like chickpeas. I want to learn to make bow ties for my husband. He loves to wear bow ties, and he looks pretty dashing in them. So if I could make him some, I would be delighted. I want to paint a picture, a painting. I want to paint a painting, one that I'm actually proud of. I've tried a lot to paint. I'm not very good, but I want to get better. So I'm going to work really hard on a painting this year. Well, I'm going to try to work really hard on a painting this year. I want to learn to play chess. All of the other 5 people in my house play chess, and they're very good at it, and I am lost. And I can't play with them. So my goal is to get my sons to teach me how to play chess this year. I want to go sailing on a sailboat. Perhaps I'll get to do that in Italy. I want to go ride a horse again. I grew up in West Texas and I love horses, and I'd really like to go on a trail ride again. So I'm hoping to sign myself up for a day out of trail riding. I want to go see a movie in different language. I wonder if I can knock that one out of the park in Italy too. Maybe. I want to go see a traveling Broadway show. And we're going to do that this Thursday. My daughter and her friend, we're all going to go see Waitress. I'd love to see a concert. I would love to tell a story amongst storytellers. I really love the storytelling tradition, and I would really, really like to be a part of it. So I'm hoping to join in this year. I want to let go of a past hurt. I really struggle sometimes with hurt. I struggle with holding on to things I shouldn't, and thankfully I have a really lovely therapist who's helping me do this. So I'm really hoping that I can let go of at least one past hurt. I'm keeping a daily prayer journal. That's a part of it. One of my things is to eat more veggies. I'm trying to include my plate, have more veggies on it than anything else. So far, I'm doing okay. I want to let go of 40 items. You see, when my family moved here, we got rid of 99% of our stuff. So I actually don't have that much to get rid of, but I want to get rid of 40 things this year. I want to watch the sunrise from beginning to end, and I want to watch the sunset from beginning to end. That might be pretty easy right now because the sun is setting at 3 in the afternoon. I want to feed wildlife. I would love to go out and feed the red squirrels someplace where there's lots of them. I want to plant a tree. I'm not sure where or what kind, but I would really like to plant a tree. I want to dip my toes in the North Sea. I've lived here for 3 years, but I'm such a chicken and the North Sea is very cold. But I'm going to wait for it to warm up, and then I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to dip my toes in the water. My little one, who's 8, stripped all of his clothes off this summer and then ran butt naked into the North Sea. He was very happy. Oh, it looked very cold. I want to find a way to help 40 people. Now, I can't document this. I wouldn't even try. It isn't fair to the people that need help. But I really do want to find a way to help 40 people this year. Not to make myself feel better, but to know, in some way, that I am making a small difference in the world. I don't want to be someone who just says we need to do these things and not do them. I want to be someone who's a doer, not a talker. So I'm going to try really hard this year to help, legitimately help 40 people who need it. There won't be any documentation of this. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't accomplish all this. Mostly because I know it's a big list. And also because I know that I deal with anxiety pretty hardcore on a regular basis. And when I get overwhelmed, I kind of shut down. I shut everything down. And I struggle just to do the daily tasks I need to do to get by. So, I'm going to hopefully document this. If I disappear, know that it wasn't you, and it wasn't even me. It was just my anxiety getting a better hold of me. I'm going to have a ton of fun trying, and I hope you will come along for the journey. These 40 tasks, I think they're doable, and I think I can do them before November of next year. All right, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy. I hope your family is taken care of. I hope you have all that you need. Talk soon. Bye.